to another YouTube lesson. Today we're going to take a look at classification of business. And when we're looking at classifying businesses, we're putting them into categories, to different boxes that a business may fit in. So if somebody's asking you about how do you describe your business, you need to have like a criteria by which you're able to describe that business. Now there's four key ways to classify, to describe a business. We're going to take a look at the overview now of legal structure and have a talk about the 5 different legal structures that a business can have in terms of the Year 11 syllabus. But before we start on legal structure, there's 3 other ways that you can classify, put in place a business to describe that business. The first of these four ways, the first of them is the size of the business. And we've already looked at that. You take a look at small or medium or large type business. The next, it doesn't say this in the syllabus, but it is what they're talking about when they say local, national or global. It's scale. The scale in which the business operates. Does it operate at a very narrow local scale or a national or a larger global scale? It's the second way to categorize a business. The third way to categorize a business is based on the industry, or rather the industry sector. That's 3 main types of industry sectors: primary, farming and mining; secondary, manufacturing; and tertiary, it's the biggest employer in Australia, and that is the service-based industry sector. That tertiary one is then further divided into 2 other sectors. You can look back to that YouTube clip to find out more. So they're the first 3 ways to classify a business. Today we're going to take a look at the 4th and last way in the Year 11 course that we classify a business. And that is based on legal structure. When you set up and establish your business, you have to apply and register as one of these legal structures. There's other ones that we don't look at, but these are the main general ones that you can choose from. Now, we'll have YouTube clips on sole trader as a legal structure on its own. Partnership, you can look at that for future lessons, again as a legal structure for more information. Private and public company, we do a YouTube, or I do, not we, it's me, not third person perspective. I do a YouTube clip on the difference between a private and public company and how they're a legal structure. And then I also do a clip on government enterprise, throwing in some franchises as well, and how that's a legal structure. But when you talk about your business, if you own one, and hopefully one day you'll all be young entrepreneurs, but you have lots of money to give to Mr. Brown, to give him money so he's rich too, part some of that on me. When you set up your business, you'll have to choose one of these legal structures. That's why it's a classification of a business. It's a way to say, okay, mate, you've got a sole trading business. You over there have got a partnership. Oh yeah, that's a public company. It's a way to classify those businesses, we said, put them into their categories. So the first legal structure you can choose from is a sole trading business. And I'll get into far more depth in future YouTube clips, but that's one owner. Sole means one owner only. You can have many employees. Generally they don't have too many, and they're the smallest in size most of the time, but it's where you have one owner. Now, partnership is the next type of legal structure we'll go through, and that's where you have generally between 2 and 20 owners. But there are some exceptions. Solicitors, medical practitioners, accountants, they all have different amounts that you can go up to. So up to as much as 200. For the general partnership, talking about owners here, not employees, between 2 and 20 owners. Again, you can have far more employees, workers than that, but that's the main classification of that partnership legal structure. Now, a private company, remember it has PTY, LTD after it. PTY stands for proprietary. LTD stands for limited, means it has a limited liability, and therefore it's incorporated, it's a company. So private companies, they're the next type of legal structure. And again, another way to go, okay, yeah, that's the type of business this is. It's a medium-sized business often. It operates maybe on a national scale, another way to classify a business. It's in the tertiary sector, might be a tuition or tutorial business. And the final way to classify it would be, okay, in this instance, it's a private company. All right, now, the other way to do it is a public company. These are more well-known than private companies. And after their name, they have LTD. That stands for limited, and therefore because you have limited liability, which is a good thing rather than unlimited liability, and that's because it's incorporated, it is a company, not just a business. Again, it's another way to classify, to put your business in a particular box, a particular area. All right. Now, the key difference between private and public companies, and there'll be more depth on that in future YouTubes when you look at that particular lesson, but with public companies, they're listed, they're placed, floated on the ASX, the Australian Securities Exchange, whereas private companies are not. Okay, they're private by the very nature, and you are the owner of a private company, and someone wishes to join, to become a part owner, you can knock them back simply because you want to. You have the choice. Public company is open to everybody. It's publicly available to buy shares in. There are some conditions, but in general, the public can purchase shares in those. It's another way to classify businesses. Now, the final way to classify a business from the textbook, or from the syllabus rather, is through government enterprise, or GBE, Government Business Enterprise. Now, these are government-owned and operated businesses. Things like Sydney Water, Department of Education, they're all GBEs. So these 5 different ways are the key ways in which we classify a business according to legal structure. Okay guys, thanks for listening. See you next time.